Restaurant Unstoppable. What the most successful restaurateurs know that you don't. You mentioned that you're taking this engineer approach. Can you just break down, like, for some of us who aren't familiar with what that is, so like, what does it mean? What is the engineer approach?
So I guess I would start by saying kind of project management. So saying, what are the things you're trying to accomplish, and then breaking them down into manageable tasks.
Okay.
So for example, in the design and construction, my husband would work on, here's the overall space and who's somebody I can talk to about what's the ratio of dining to kitchen space. And then this is what I want to serve in my kitchen. Who can help me figure out what the layout should be? And then, having checklists that really give you that. If you're going to open on, in our case, it was like May 1st, 2008, how do you back up from that? How many days, weeks, months? When do you need to get insurance in place? When do you need to get a permit? When do you need to have that contractor hired? And so really going in very much step by step in those processes. And then on the other side, where I was doing the operations, it's like, well, what should be in an employee manual? What's important policies that you want to have in place? In a lot of instances, because we had both come from fairly, very large multinational companies, we had a high expectation on, kind of practices, protocols, behaviors. And so we put those things in place from the beginning. So I think we avoided a lot of pitfalls that people run into because they may not have a policy around it. So, for people coming to work for us, like, what do you mean you have an employee manual? Like,
what?
You're not even open yet. It's like, well, we figured you'd want, want to know what the parameters are. What are the guardrails,
out there.
right?
Like, you can get these things if you're open. Even before day one, like, you can get these things. Like, we already mentioned, the tools are out there for sure. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So then I would say, kind of, from an engineering project management standpoint, there's like a weekly cadence of, what do you do on Monday? What do you do on Wednesday? What do you do on Fridays? That lets you know you're on track or you're behind schedule and how you're going to close the gap. So it's really that kind of project management process.
Yeah.
And then the analytical, just thinking about as you encounter issues, okay, solution A wasn't going to work. I'm not going to let it deter me. Now I need to find a plan B or a plan C and try those things until you find a solution that does work.
Yeah, the words that are coming through my mind right now, and I think it's one of those 7 habits of highly effective people, start with the end in mind.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Start with the end in mind and work backwards. What needs to happen between now and then to get there with the job done look right, and then you just work backwards and reverse engineer.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, for sure, but it's definitely the right approach.